Hi, it's Trisha, the knitting lady. I'm down by the pier. I noticed one thing, my 2 mounds of dirt have been leveled off, but I went looking at the hotel down here. Looks like it's been taken over by a production company. There doesn't seem to be a way to drive out of here. It's backed by trucks. I don't want to ask too many questions, but we'll see. See, the way out of the hotel is all blocked off by trucks. The 2 big mounds of dirt I've showed before. I know it's been a couple of months. Now it's all leveled off. It's kind of high. I'm wondering if they're going to build on this section as well. Hello again, it's Trisha the knitting lady. Now you can see my face. I tried to look up what they were filming down there near the pier. I didn't get a definite answer, but they are working on different productions. They had a call out for extras, and one of the people I know applied, but I don't know whatever happened. So let me get this video done and put it up before I start work. Work, the 4-letter word. I guess there are people who love their job. I don't. I was talking about this with my son last night, and I was like, oh, I would love to have a job that I love. Hasn't happened so far. I keep working on this YouTube channel, slowly getting new subscribers, slowly but surely. But not a lot. I will keep at it though. Which brings me to my giveaway, the book. People are interested. I was surprised. I'll be honest with you. So surprised that I did not give out the rules. And I can't go back on one of the rules now because someone wants to be included in the drawing. She's out of the country, so I can't say no now. I didn't give those rules to begin with. It's my own fault. So it's open. I will close it on Friday and try to pick the winner on Friday. I'll do my little shaky. Like I said, I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I do not need the computer program. The raffle, what do they call that to pick the winner? I don't need it. So, but it's a lesson to myself. From now on, I will have to note that I will not do it for anyone out of the country or in Alaska or Hawaii because the postage is so high. But it's too late now to say that. And I'm sure everybody's over 18, and what else are the rules? That's about it. So hopefully Friday I'll be able to do that. So it will be open until Friday. So what's going on today? It's February the 10th, and I don't always, but I like to read the affirmation for the day, for the next day. The next day is February 11th, and it's about imagining the future. And the quote's by John F. Kennedy, and it's, we need men who can dream of things that never were. Can we imagine a building has never been built, a song has never been sung, a way of treating a disease that has never been cured? Luckily, there are those among us who can take such leaps of imagination and bring the rest of us along with them. How many commonplace things in our lives today would have seemed like miracles just a few decades ago? The microwave oven, the personal computer, the internet, the cell phone, and minimally invasive surgery. I am thankful for those people who have been able to dream of things that never were and make them real. I will try to do some dreaming myself. So, It is a different world. A lot of it I like. I like the fact with the computers. I haven't, well, it's going too fast sometimes though, even in work. I'm trying to keep up on the tech, all the changes in tech all the time, and I'm still falling behind. But I'm trying. It's like I had bought these lenses for my phone, and I really had to read the instructions again because I can't seem to get them to work. Like I said, it's always something new. But I guess I'm better than a lot of people my age. I shouldn't say a lot. There are some people my age. I was trying to help a couple on the phone the other night who were not tech savvy at all. They claimed they were. They weren't. You know, but who am I to say anything? So, let's go into birthdays. And today's February 10th. It's the birthday of Robert Wagner. Remember, he was married to Natalie Wood. He was born in 1930. And also, in 1950, Mark Spitz was born. He's the Olympic swimmer. He won 7 gold medals at the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany. He also tried to qualify for the Olympics in 1992, and reason he didn't qualify was because he lacked the qualifying time by 2 seconds. Filmmaker Bud Greenspan, who filmed a lot of the Olympics, offered him $1 million if he qualified. So unfortunately, he didn't qualify. But 2 seconds. Amazing. He was 41 in 1992. So he won 7 gold medals, and it wasn't until 2008 when he was surpassed by Michael Phelps, who won 8 gold medals. I don't swim that well, so I can't imagine. I always liked the swimming though. I like a lot of watching the Olympics, period. And you want to talk about a waste of money? Now this is where I'm going to express my opinion. Charlie Sheen, you know, the actor, once bought 2,600 seats at a baseball game so he could catch a home run ball. I'm sorry, Charlie. That's a waste of money. You could have taken that money and help somebody with it. See, maybe that's why I'm not rich. Because I want to do good things with my money. I don't know. How much money do you really need? If I had that much money, I would definitely set up a foundation or do something and not waste it on stuff like that. Even cars. How many cars do you drive at one time? I remember watching that show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous and thinking to myself, this is a waste of money. I know. I'm terrible, aren't I? I just can't see the point. But that's me. So, this is a trivia question. Which Ivy League school was originally named King's College? And that would be Columbia University. It was founded in 1754 as King's College. It was renamed Columbia College in 1784 after the Revolution. Former students were Alexander Hamilton and John Jay. It was the John Jay School of Criminal Justice in New York City. It moved to its current location in Morningside Heights and was renamed Columbia University in 1896. I looked for apartments in Morningside Heights, so did my son. They weren't any cheaper. It's a nice area, Upper Manhattan. And on this day in 2014, Shirley Temple died. I always liked her movies. I remember watching the Shirley Temple Story Hour on Sundays. In fact, I'll tell you a little story about that in a minute. Now, those perfect curls she had, they took a lot of work. She had to sleep with her hair set in 56 carefully placed curlers. I remember sleeping in curlers. No wonder I have a neck problem. I always had long hair. I shouldn't say always. I think my mother cut it when I was young. I had very long hair. She cut it when I was young because it was too much for her to take care of my hair. And then I grew it long. I had it long all through grammar school, high school, and I didn't cut it again until after my son was born. In fact, I went to the hospital to have him. I put my hair in pigtails. So people thought I was even much younger than I was. I had him when I was 25, but the nurses all thought I was just 18 or, young. My hair in pigtails. I'm glad I had put it in pigtails, though. But after I had him, and newborn, they're up all the time and everything else. It's just the way life is. I said, I can't keep up with my hair, so I cut it. And I think 10 years ago, I had a little longer than now. Now I keep it shorter. Just easier to take care of. I have thick hair. Thankfully, I have good thick hair. And when it's longer, it takes me forever to dry it. So that is the story of my hair. Just what you always wanted to know, right? Anyway, and I was trying not to say anyway, and so I'm trying to be very aware of that. Back to Shirley Temple. They had a juvenile Oscar for performers under the age of 18, and she won. She was the youngest performer to win a juvenile Oscar. She won in 1935 when she was 6 years old for the movie Bright Eyes. It's a miniature of an Oscar at 7 inches tall. The last juvenile Oscar was won by Haley Mills in 1961 for the movie Pollyanna. I always liked that movie Pollyanna. And it's been discontinued. I think Tatum O'Neal won a supporting actress when she was she 11? I'm trying to remember. Don't remember. So Shirley Temple was a very talented woman. She was considered for the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. However, MGM made The Wizard of Oz. 20th Century Fox, who had Shirley under contract, would not release her. So Judy Garland eventually got the role, which I think it turned out for the best. Judy Garland has a better voice. If Shirley Temple had been allowed to make that movie, she would have only been 10 years old at the time. I don't know, that would have been a different looking movie. So later in life, after Shirley Temple left show business, she became politically active. She ran for Congress in 1967, but lost. She was a Republican. Under President Nixon, she was United States delegate to the United Nations. Under President Ford, she was the United States ambassador to Ghana. Under President Reagan, she worked in the State Department. And under President George H.W. Bush, the father, she was an ambassador to Czechoslovakia. Interesting. definitely did not lead a boring life. She's a very beautiful woman, I thought. So, today I mailed out the philosophy book to Trish from the Purple Yarnivore. I had not checked my P.O. box in weeks. I was under this understanding they would send me email when I had something in my P.O. box. Well, they didn't. So unfortunate and unfortunately, because I feel bad in a way, I received a Christmas card from Judy at Witch Piece Craft. She must have thought I forgot about it. It's a beautiful card. It has the, scene with little koalas and Santa and kangaroos and the birds and the flag. It's Gold Mining Ghost Town in Western Australia. She also sent me a little stitch marker with a little witch there and some tea. I love tea. There's Dantry tea, 100% Australian tea, grown in the heart of Dantry rainforest. Can't wait to try that. Also, Twinings Australian afternoon. So thank you, Judy. Now, I have a story to tell you about Australia regarding my father. And I'll tell you why this means something special to me. In memory of my father, he would love this card because he always wanted to go to Queensland in Australia. And that's where Judy is from. My father was engaged to my mother in 1942. He got drafted into the Army, World War II, at the age of 26, which was unusual. He also was a supervisor for the post office. He got sent to the Pacific. There they found out he was a postal supervisor, so they put him in charge of General MacArthur's mail. We didn't find this out for years. His family didn't know where he was going half the time, understandably, because where the general went, he went. He developed a form of malaria, and the general sent him to Australia to recover. In fact, he told me he went on this boat and it took a while to get there. Got to Australia. He did recover. While he was there, I think he said he was in Sydney. Because I know he didn't get to Queensland because he always said he wanted to go to Queensland. While he was in Australia, he got a Dear John letter from my mother saying that she couldn't wait for him. She didn't know where he was, really. So she got married. She married somebody else. And my father told me he went a little crazy. He says the people in Australia were wonderful to him. But he always wanted to go back because he wondered if he had left behind a little boy or girl there. Like I said, he went a little crazy. One of my regrets is never taking him back. I couldn't get the time off work. In many ways, I really should have pushed for it. There was no reason why I couldn't have taken the time off. I know it would have been 3 weeks, but I wasn't that valuable that they could do without me for 3 weeks. My supervisor kept telling me, we can't do without you. In fact, she didn't want me to even take a 2-week vacation. I wasn't a supervisor. I don't know why I was considered so valuable. So I never took my father back to Australia. So this means something to me. It reminds me of my father. I know he wasn't a perfect man, but whose parents are perfect? But he would have loved this. And Judy, if my father ever got a hold of you, he would talk your ear off, asking all about Australia. Because like I said, he loved it. He said the people are wonderful. So, thank you, Judy. And that's about it. Oh, as a follow-up to that, when my father got out of the army, he met up with my mother again. She was still married. She got a divorce, and they got married. They got married in March of 1952, and 10 months to the day they got married, I was born. So isn't that a funny story? And they stayed married until my mother died at the age of 63. She died young. She had a lot of things wrong with her. So that's my story for today, and I hope everybody has a good day. I'm going to go finish eating my dinner before I get on the phones for work, and take care.